셀린느의 겨울, 지금 저랑 만나러 갈까요? 하이 보그, 방탄소년단의
Taehyung arrives at the CELINE store today, a real-life Prince visual that leaves the world in silence. Hello everyone. And welcome back to BTS fans. This is the place where stories about BTS are not simply delivered as news, but carefully unfolded as moments. Moments that breathe. Moments that linger. Moments that stay with us long after the screen fades to black. Here, we believe that even the quietest appearances can carry the loudest meaning. Because in the world of BTS, nothing is ever truly small. And today, we bring you a moment that did not announce itself with noise, but instead arrived with a calm so powerful that it stopped people mid-scroll. Because today, Kim Taehyung was seen arriving at the CELINE store. There were no banners welcoming him, no flashes firing endlessly, no stage prepared in advance. And yet, the instant he stepped inside, the air itself seemed to shift. Not because of chaos, but because of stillness. Taehyung walked in quietly, measured, unhurried. Every step felt intentional, as though time itself had slowed to match his pace. He was not there to perform. He was not there to command attention. And that was precisely why all attention turned to him. His posture was straight, but never rigid. His movements smooth, but never rehearsed. There was a gentleness in the way he carried himself, a calm confidence that cannot be learned, cannot be styled, and cannot be imitated. The CELINE look he wore fell perfectly into place, as if the silhouette had been waiting for him all along. Clean lines, sharp structure, muted tones. Everything about the outfit whispered elegance, rather than shouting luxury. But the truth is, the clothing was only the frame. Taehyung was the artwork. If the same outfit were placed on someone else, it might have looked fashionable. On Taehyung, it looked alive. He did not wear CELINE to look powerful. He wore it with ease, as if it were simply an extension of his own identity. And that was the moment people began to feel it. Not just admiration, not just visual appreciation, but presence. A presence that fills a room without ever overwhelming it. Whispers began to follow him. Soft, instinctive observations. He looks like royalty. Not a celebrity, something more. A real-life prince. But this was not the royalty of crowns and thrones. This was the royalty of character. Taehyung greeted the staff gently. He bowed slightly, his respect sincere and unforced. There was no barrier between global star and ordinary human. No rush, no impatience. In a world that often mistakes speed for importance, his unhurried grace felt almost revolutionary. And that is where true elegance lives. Not in price tags, not in exclusivity, but in the way someone moves through the world with humility intact. Soon, images of this moment began to spread. Not because they were dramatic, not because they were shocking, but because they were beautiful in their restraint. Social media did not explode. It paused. People lingered. They looked twice. They felt something they couldn't quite name. Comments appeared quietly, yet in unison. He doesn't try, and that's why it works. This is what timeless looks like. CELINE found its soul. And for ARMY, there was a sense of recognition. Because this is the Taehyung we have always known. An artist who never chases relevance, yet remains eternally relevant. Someone who refuses to shape himself to expectations, and instead allows the world to adjust to him. He has always walked at his own rhythm. As a musician, a performer, a creator, that rhythm has guided every chapter of his journey. And fashion, for Taehyung, has never been about trends. It has been about expression. That is why his connection with CELINE feels so natural. CELINE stands for clarity, for strength without excess, for artistry that endures beyond seasons. And Taehyung embodies those same values. Quiet strength, artistic depth, and timeless appeal. This is not a contract, not a marketing strategy. It is a meeting point between two identities that understand each other without needing explanation. Today was not about selling a look. It was about embodying one. Inside that CELINE store, there was no script to follow. Yet the message was clear. That real power does not demand attention. That true beauty does not compete. And that the most unforgettable presence is often the quietest one. Without a crown, without a title, without spectacle, Kim Taehyung reminded the world what modern royalty truly looks like. A prince not defined by heritage, but by how he treats others. Not elevated by status, but grounded in humility. Not loud, but unforgettable. For BTS fans, this moment is more than content. It is another chapter in the evolving story of an artist who continues to grow without ever losing himself. And as he walked forward today, calm, composed, and luminous, the world did not rush to speak. It simply watched. In silence. In admiration. In respect. Because some moments are too meaningful to be rushed. Too powerful to be explained in a single breath. They deserve to be held quietly, felt slowly, and remembered deeply. Thank you for choosing to stay with us on BTS Fans. A place where every BTS moment is not merely watched, but truly understood. A place where gestures speak louder than words, where subtle glances carry untold stories, and where every step BTS takes is honored with the appreciation it deserves. Here, we don't just follow updates. We reflect. We feel. We connect. Because BTS is not just music. Not just performances. Not just headlines. They are moments that find their way into our hearts and stay there. Thank you for walking this journey with us. With patience, with loyalty, and with a love that never fades. And when the next story begins, when another quiet moment turns into history, we'll be right here, ready to feel it together once again. We'll see you in the next story.